In May of 1977, 20-year-old Colleen Stan stood on the edge of a road in Northern California. Sunlight warmed her face. Her thumb pointed skyward. She had no idea that this would be the last time she'd feel sunlight for years. At a gas station, a strange feeling struck her. A voice in her head whispered, "Run." But she didn't. She got back into the van where a couple and their baby waited. She smiled, and just like that, she vanished. This is Into the Unknown, Unsolved Mysteries and True Crime. Colleen was a free spirit. Born in 1956 in Riverside, California, she loved the outdoors, rollerblades and sunshine, and wind in her hair. At 20, she was living in Eugene, Oregon, with a hippie's heart looking for adventure, minimal possessions, and only a mattress on the floor. So when a friend invited her to a birthday party down in Westwood, she stuck out her thumb. 2 rides passed her by. One gave her a bad vibe. The third, a clean-cut couple with a baby in the back seat. What could go wrong? About 20 minutes into the ride, the driver took a turn off Interstate 5. He said they were going to look at some ice caves, but instead of cold air, Colleen felt the steel of a knife press against her throat, and then darkness. A wooden box built just for her head, sealed tight, no light, no sound, only fear. And the ride wasn't over yet. They brought her to a house in Red Bluff, California. There, Cameron's twisted plan unfolded. That first night, he tied her arms above her head, suspended her, and as she hung, blindfolded and terrified, he and Janice used her suffering as entertainment. And this was just the beginning. For months, Colleen was kept in a coffin-like box, chained, silenced, and starving. Let out only once a day, for minutes. She slept inside that box, with a bedpan and a bowl of scraps. That was her world. And then, it got worse. Cameron built a new prison, a box under the couple's waterbed. Small and suffocating, hidden in plain sight. Colleen would spend up to 23 hours a day inside. Above her, the life of a family. Children playing, Janice vacuuming. Sometimes she could hear the cries of a newborn baby. But no one knew that beneath the bed, a woman was being slowly erased. Physical torture was only part of Cameron's power. He came up with a story in order to keep Colleen in her place. He told Colleen about the company, a secret network of enforcers that were watching her and that they would kill her. And worse, they'd go after her family. To prove it, he pointed to Janice, who had a knee injury from surgery. He said she tried to escape. The company punished her. Janice played along. And Colleen believed. Every time she thought about running, she pictured her family dead, so she stayed silent, loyal, and obedient. Cameron made her sign a contract, a slave agreement. He renamed her Kay. And for years, Colleen obeyed. She cooked, cleaned, watched the kids, and sometimes she even went out in public. But she never said a word. Why? Because the scariest prisons aren't made of bars. Then, something unthinkable. In 1981, Cameron let Colleen visit her family. Yes, she boarded a bus and returned home. Cameron, the man who kidnapped her, posed as her new boyfriend. They even took a photo together, smiling. A snapshot of pure horror hidden behind forced grins. Her family noticed something was off. She was quiet. Her eyes looked distant. They worried she had joined a cult. Colleen said nothing, not a word, because the company was watching. After the visit, she went back voluntarily. And then Cameron panicked. So he locked her in the box again. For the next 3 years, she lived beneath the waterbed. No light, no air, no freedom, and no one knew. By 1984, the cracks began to form. Cameron started talking about building a dungeon, about capturing more women, about making Colleen his second wife. Janice, his wife and longtime accomplice, finally had enough. She found religion and she found a voice. And she made a plan. On August 9th, while Cameron was at work, Janice told Colleen the truth. There is no company. It was all a lie. Colleen collapsed. Everything that kept her in prison for years was fake. The next morning, they escaped. Janice took Colleen to her parents' home. And at a bus station, Colleen made the call. She told Cameron, "I'm leaving. There's nothing you can do to stop me." And for the first time in years, she was free. And then, Janice confessed everything. She told police about Colleen and about someone else. Marie Spanicky, a hitchhiker Cameron had taken before. She never made it out. Marie's body was never found, but Janice's testimony painted a clear picture. In 1985, the trial of Cameron Hooker shocked the nation. They called it the Girl in the Box case. Colleen testified, calm and controlled. Janice too, fearful, guilty, but determined. Cameron claimed it was consensual, that she stayed because she loved him. The jury saw right through his lie. He was sentenced to 104 years in prison. And Colleen? She walked out of that courtroom, not as a victim, but as a survivor. Colleen rebuilt her life. She got a degree, became an advocate, she got married and had a child, and now has a grandson. And every year, on August 10th, she celebrates her second birthday, the day she took back her freedom. Cameron Hooker remains locked away, a violent predator, transferred to a state hospital in 2021. Colleen has vowed he will never walk free again. Her story reminds us that even when the walls close in, even when hope is buried under the floorboards, the human spirit can still fight back. Because sometimes light really can pierce the darkest box. You've been watching Into the Unknown, Unsolved Mysteries and True Crime. If you found this story powerful, consider subscribing for more stories that expose what lurks in the shadows.